YouTube, how did Ducky doing? Duck Films here, and today we got our hands on the Season 4.5 patch notes. Will these changes shake up the meta? Well, I guess you're just gonna have to find out. While you're at it, don't forget to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're going for 50,000 subscribers. And one last thing, don't forget to hype the video. It's a new feature that YouTube added that helps small creators, so I highly encourage you to do that to help me out. But anyways, let's dive straight in. Let's actually go ahead and look at these changes for Season 4.5. So our first section is none other than a Vanguards section, and we're looking at Angela. After activating Divine Judgment, you increase the access of Icarus. Angela's bonus health from 30 per enemy hit to 40, and allies from 15 to 20. Pretty solid change to Angela. Venom's ultimate ability becomes even more menacing for its foes. Feast of the Abyss now applies a 30% healing reduction to enemies hit lasting 4 seconds. That's a crazy buff. If you are a Venom player, you are rejoicing. This is an insane buff. So, for Duelist, Blade that increased the Daywalker dash secondary attack range from 4.5 meters to 6.5. Pretty solid change. Then they increased the duration of each slash speed attack gained during Bloodline Awakening from 0.7 seconds to 1. And then that new effect, landing all 4 hits of world grants 1 slash speed stack. So you're definitely going to be able to attack a lot more, maybe ramp up that extra healing a lot faster now, so very good, solid change. Then for Hela, they reduced the Astral Flux startup cast time after casting. Hela gains 25 bonus health, so they buffed Hela. Why are we buffing Hela? For Human Torch, they reduced the Fire Cluster hit damage per projectile from 5.5 to 5. Solid nerf to him. Fire Cluster now has a 0.5 second delay before Anemo begins to replenish. During Plasma Body, they reduced the movement speed from 900 to 850, so he's going to be a little bit slower in the air when using his shift. He's going to be doing a little bit less damage. Pretty solid changes. These are good changes to Human Torch, because Johnny was one of, if not the strongest duelist in all of the game in comparison to Phoenix, but those are solid changes. For Iron Fist, they lowered the fixed damage of the kick from 9 to 8. This might be the kick. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But they increased the percent damage of enemies' max health per strike from 2.7 to 3.1%. So Iron Fist is getting a little bit of a buff. Mr. Fantastic. After successfully pulling an enemy with a distant grip, the target is now afflicted with a 1 second immobilized effect. Okay, this is big. Phoenix. Melee attacks no longer stack sparks. This is insane. This is a very good nerf. This is something we need. The primary weapon ammo no longer replenishes during Dark Ascent. New, added 1 second of cooldown to Dark Ascent so you can't just spam it. This is good. This means you can't do the melee attack. Like the first change where melee attacks no longer stack sparks, but this adding the 1 second of cooldown to the Dark Ascent means you can't shoot then melee, or shoot fly melee, or whatever the tech is. So this is very good changes. It's something that this game so desperately needed, was a nerf to Phoenix, but the fact that Hela wasn't touched is kind of crazy in my opinion. She definitely should have been nerfed in terms of her damage, or removed her stun, something like that, but the Phoenix nerf is something that was definitely needed. So for Psylocke, they're reducing the self-slow rate during Dance with the Butterfly ultimate ability from 30% to 15% and increasing each strike's damage from 150 to 170. This is not the reason why Psylocke was so strong. Why are we buffing Psylocke? Why? It just doesn't make sense. The character was already super strong, even with Emma team up still. Okay, so Psylocke's probably back to being an S-tier character after this change. Phoenix definitely still a super strong character. It's good that the melee tech is gone. That's fantastic. Mr. Fantastic buff. Iron Fist, kind of buff and nerf, a little tweak in his numbers. Human Torch nerf is good. Hello buff is crazy. Blade buff is good. Venom buff is nice. Then for Strategist, they increased the energy cost of Eternal Bond Ultimate from 4,300 to 4,500. Good change. Then Jeff D. Landstrike reduced the crit damage reduction from the Oblivious Cuteness passive from 70% to 50%. So you can be taking a lot more headshot damage. For Rocket, they're increasing the damage boost generated by the CYA ultimate ability from 25% to 40%. That's an insane change. Rocket's going to be played now. Then Ultron. They reduced the imperative patch healing amount from 35 to 30 and healing bonus to the followed ally from 10 to 5. Then they increased the energy cost of Rage of Ultimate ability from 3,400 to 3,700. This is not why Ultron was so strong. The healing... The only thing they needed to do was adjust his primary attack damage. That was all he needed to do. His healing was not the best. His ultimate, yes, it was good. They could have just adjusted the damage numbers. I don't understand why they're doing this. Like, he's still going to be doing 1 billion damage. It doesn't change the fact how impactful the character is going to be. Like, I'm still going to be picking him in a triple strategist lineup. Like, there's no reason not to. He still is going to be doing a billion damage. I mean, let me know what you think about the adjustments to the Vanguards, the Duelist, and the Strategist in the comments down below. Yes, I think some of the changes are good for the game. The Venom change, not so much. I don't think it's good for the game. I think the Blade change is good because he's going to be played more. The Hela change is bad for the game. Human Torch nerf is good for the game. Iron Fist adjustment is nice. Mr. Fantastic buff is nice. Phoenix nerf is 100% needed. 100% hard agree. They could have even nerfed her damage in general with her ultimate as well. I would have been fine with that. I'm glad they removed the melee tech. I'm glad they removed the shoot fly melee to cancel the shot so you can do 1 billion damage with her primary attack. I'm glad they removed this. This is a big W for like the game in general as a whole, in my personal opinion. So this is very good. Now Phoenix won't be super oppressive as she used to be. She will still be relatively oppressive, but this is definitely a step in the right direction. The Cloak and Dagger ult change is fine in my opinion. The Jeff change is okay. I mean, he's going to be getting a headshot for a lot more damage now. You could probably one-shot with Hawkeye now. For Rocket, I don't know about this change. I don't know if I really like it. To me, when I think of this, if you play at the higher end, the higher level, or you play in scrims or pro play, the fact that this is from a 25% to a 40% now means GOATS is ultimately stronger in my opinion. So running 3 Vanguards, 3 Strategists, this just makes it a lot stronger. Ultron, again, I think they should have just adjusted his damage. I don't think anything else was really needed to be adjusted to, because now his healing is going to be completely awful. And it seems like they should just put him at a Duelist at this point if they're like really bringing down the numbers so much for his healing, even though it's 35 to 30 and the bonus to the followed ally from 10 to 5. Like, might as well just remove this and make him a DPS at this point. There's no reason to why you should be nerfing his healing. This is not the reason why Ultron is so strong. It's his damage. So, team up abilities. So, new Bestial Hunt, Daredevil, and the Punisher. As a team up anchor, Daredevil gains a maximum health increase of 25 and a 5% boost in damage output. That is kind of crazy. The Punisher unlocks a new Justice Sense ability through his team up with Daredevil. Deep Wrath, Hela Namor. Namor now gains the Tidal Dirge ability through his team up with Hela. We saw that it's 2 abilities. So the first ability is an active, so you actively press a button and something comes out of it. The passive of the ability is that it spawns like a dead squid that shoots like Hela's like passive. Pretty cool. So adjusted or removed. Arcane Order, Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, and Magic. We're slightly reducing Magic's threat level on her side of this team up. They're increasing the cooldown of chain from 15 to 20 seconds and slow effect at the maximum range from 60% to 40. Then Gamma Charge, Hulk, Namor, Black Panther. Namor loses the Gamma Monstro ability previously gained from his team up with Hulk. Then Ragnarok Rebirth, Hela, Thor. The Ragnarok team up is being banished to hell. That is interesting. I like the team up. I wish they weren't removing it. I mean, the only team up Thor has now is with Angela, which is kind of unfortunate. But yeah, those are all of the changes coming to Season 4.5. Personally, I think a majority of the changes are good. I only don't like the Ultron change, the Psylocke change, and the Hela change. I'm kind of 50-50 on the Venom change because I think this is going to be absolutely insane now. Venom is going to be a pick ban hero. I think this literally propels the character to S tier status. Even though I already felt like he was like on the verge of being S, this propels him even further now. So I think these changes are insanely massive for Venom. So if you're a Venom player, you are rejoicing because these changes are kind of crazy to him. But yeah, I mean, I think the patch is definitely better. It's good that Phoenix is nerfed. I think that all the other questions we arise with some of the characters was definitely, you know, Spider-Man, I wish he would get a buff. I wish some other characters would get a buff. I wish, in my opinion, I wish all the characters were playable in this game, but I don't think we'll ever get to a status that we can do that. But as always, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are these changes good? Are they bad? If so, what changes do you like? And if not, what changes do you not like? But regardless, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. I hope you have a great and safe day, and I'll catch you in the next one.